we are going to conduct now is performance evaluation of EBASI. The EBASI basically is a gradually expanding device. It generally is attached at the outlet of a mine fan, particularly in an exhaust fan, so that some of the wasteful velocity energy is converted into the pressure energy, which in turns to help to increase the quantity flow in mines with same input power. Let us see how EBASI works. Basically, EBASI is attached at the outlet of a mine fan, and it is gradually expanded in such a way that area of the inlet of the EBASI is smaller when compared to the area at the outlet of the EBASI. Let us assume that inlet area of the EBASI is A1, outlet area of EBASI is A2. Since area of the outlet increases, velocity at the outlet V2 decreases in compared to the velocity at the inlet V1. And as we know, according to the Bernoulli theory, the total pressures will be total pressure equal to static pressure plus velocity pressure plus potential pressure constant in a particular cross section for a ideal flow. Therefore, if we ignore the frictional loss or shock loss, then and also since potential energy at the outlet of the EBASI and inlet of the EBASI does not change, static total pressure, which consists of static pressures plus velocity pressures, remain same. Therefore, we can write Ts1, that is static pressure at the inlet, plus half rho V1 square, that is velocity pressure at the inlet, will be equal to static pressure at the outlet Ts2 plus velocity pressure at the outlet half rho V2 square. Therefore, gain in static pressure Ps1 minus Ps2 will be equal to half rho V2 square minus V1 square. Therefore, since this velocity changes due to increase in area cross sectional from inlet to outlet of the EBASI, this sums velocity energy converted into the static energy, useful static energy, which ultimately help to the systems so that quantity get increased. Now, how this flow quantity increase with the help of EBASI, it can be explained if we draw the operating characteristics of the fan and along with the main characteristics. Let's say with the presence of Iwashi, if this become a pressure and this is quantity, this curve is the fan characteristics curve, and this may be PS, and then total pressure curve will be this one, which will be PT. Now, if this is the main characteristics curve, this will be the operating point of the fan, and this will be the quantity. That's clear. So, when we don't have any Iwashi, this pressure P1 will be supplied, and static pressure developed will be P1, and quantity will be this one, and this will be the operating point of the fan. Now, if I use the Iwashi at the outlet, what happens? That total pressure PT remains same. Instead, static pressure will increase since sum of the velocity energy is converted into the static energy. So, with the presence of Iwashi, the curve, total static pressure curve will be somewhere here. But PT remains same because total pressure is not changing. What is changing is the sum of the velocity pressure is transferred. But theoretically, in Iwashi, whatever the pressure velocity energy recovered is half rho v1 square minus v2 square cannot be fully recovered due to two reasons. One is due to the frictions and another is due to the shock loss. So ideally, we never achieve the 100% pressure recovery of velocity energy to the static energy. There is an optimum configuration where this efficiency can be maximum, because if we use larger length of Iwashi, then frictional pressure decreases, but shock pressure will, since it is gradually increasing, shock pressures will be decreased. In other hand, if my length of the Iwashi is less, then shock pressure will be more, frictional pressure will be less. So there will be optimum designs where efficiency of the Iwashi will be maximum. It is seems in literature that with a 7-degree divergence angle and with the area ratio of inlet to outlet 4:1, maximum recovery of pressure for an ideal design is achieved, and which is reported to be 70%. But in actual practice, perhaps that can also not be achieved, because whatever the reported value in the literature, maybe that is in case of your diffuser situation, not the Iwashi situation. So we will try to see in our case, we have a Iwashi with a 7-degree divergence angle and with the area ratio A1, A2, A2, 4:1, what is the efficiency of the Iwashi can be achieved. So let us try to see what is our setup and then how this efficiency can be find it out. We have a setup where we have a duct of uniform cross sections, and this which attached with a fan. We try to select a tower sections here, tower sections, and we will measure the static pressure, let's say PSO without efficiency. And you also at the inlet of the duct, we will try to also traverse with the anemometer, to see the quantity Q what is flowing into the duct. Obviously this Q without efficiency, that let us say this is Q1. Now without efficiency we will measure the static pressure here, and also we measure with the anemometer what is the velocity at the inlet, and if you multiply this area of cross section here, you will get the what is the quantity flow to the system. Now after measuring this, what we will do, we will attach the efficiency with the systems. Now let us start our experimentation. So this is our duct systems. With this duct, there is a hand attached here, and this fan, when you rotate, it will suck the air. And this is a duct with fans without efficiency. We try to see how much quantity is drawing and what is the static pressure is available to these systems without attaching the efficiency. We will measure, we will select a tower section here, and this tower section is selected bit of distance before the fan, so that as far as possible this is that we can fully develop flows situation is maintained. And we will measure the static pressure here, and at the inlet of the fan we will measure the velocity pressure, and whatever velocity pressure we observe over here, that will be the velocity pressure across this duct, since it's a uniform duct. And from this velocity measurement, if you multiply this area of the cross section, we can get what is the quantity flow. So after this measurement, we will put a efficiency at the outlet of the fan, and this is the efficiency, and we will attach here outlet of the fan, and with that efficiency we will also measure quantity and static pressure. Then from that we can find out how much static pressure increased, and therefrom we also find out what is the efficiency, and also for that matter what is the quantity increment. With that, just after attaching the efficiency, we can also find it out. Experiment now. First we will take the dimension of the duct, diameter of the duct, to know the area of the duct, which is nothing but the outlet of the fan and also area of the inlet of the efficiency. So this area of this duct is found out to be 50.2 centimeter. Diameter of the duct is found to be 50.2 centimeter. Got at 550 meter per minute. We have already taken the readings, both static pressure reading and also the anemometer reading without EVAC. Now we are going to take the readings with the attached EVAC at the outlet. So this is the EVAC which is attached at the outlet of the fan, and this area of the ratio of this area of cross section is 4:1. So now take the reading with both static pressure reading, and also we will do the traversing at the inlet of the duct to find out the efficiency.